Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, but we are here, as you can see by the title, in FS25. We are here on Reading, Minnesota, or Reading. You guys let me know if I'm saying it wrong. Um, but finally getting things to work, so we're going to take a crack at this. I didn't want the light, I wanted the door. So, little backstory on the place here. This was Grandpa's farm with some help of Dad every so often. But it was mainly Grandpa, and he kind of had some hired help, uh, just kind of whenever he needed it, basically. And he did say that when we need him, he will help as well. Of course, we'd have to pay him. But if we need some help kind of around harvest or anything like that, um, he would be around, or he could also get his son to help during harvest if we need. So we do have some kind of seasonal part-time help, but for the most part, just going to be us. Um, so we'll kind of take a walk around the farm here. We'll start in the garage. This is my pickup that I brought. 2024 Chevy High Country dually. It is a 1-ton. Does not fit too good in this building. Garage is not big enough. And then we got this John Deere 445 that I had fixed up. Brought that with as well. So that's kind of one of our main pickups. Then I had this Diamond C gooseneck trailer. It does kind of need a bath, but and then found a good deal on this Thunder Creek FST 990 trailer. Not long before I moved, I was kind of working with a farmer before moving here. So I did have some equipment, but I sold out of that. Unfortunately, have not gotten the money yet. We do at the moment only have $15,000, so we are scrape, excuse me, scraping the absolute bottom of the barrel. And then I had this Felling tilt deck car trailer. In this building here is kind of all of his trucks. He's got an International 9900i with a Merit hopper bottom trailer. This is a little bit newer to the farm from my understanding. Everything has been kind of neglected. Everything's dirty, paint's wore, stuff needs maintenance. We're going to have our work cut out for us here. But this is a little bit newer. Then he's got his old Freightliner grain truck with a pup trailer. And then we got the old, I don't know why I'm walking around with a flashlight on. We got lights in this building. There we go. We got the old Volvo with the tender body on it for fertilizer, seed, whatever we need. I know this wasn't too old either, but speed tender 451 from J&M. That'll be good to have. And then we got another Volvo with the flatbed and a water tank, fiber mixing station. So we'll have something to fill our liquids with. Then we'll walk over here into this building. So this is kind of the heated workshop. One of that other building is heated as well. as well as that building over there. But in here, this is kind of mainly just workshop, but kind of some storage as well. We got his Deutz Fahr. I think this is a what is this thing? 4190 or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it's got the stall loader on it with an MDS snow pusher and a 3-point snowblower, and of course autosave's got to kick in. It's kind of been his snow rig, and that is it for many years. I see he's got a newer JCB teleskid on tracks with a little pusher on it. This is definitely newer. We got the old school International S1800 service truck. This thing's been around since I was a kid. It's been around for quite a while, but it does get the job done, serves its purpose. And then I know just last year he bought these Ace Rotomold tanks. So these are the newest thing on this place in terms of equipment. He's got a def shuttle here. He must have, some of this must take some def. Then if we go down here into the cold storage part of the building, we got another JCB teleskid with pallet forks on it. This is a little newer as well. It's been around for a little bit, I think, but it's not quite as new as the tracked one. And then we got a bunch of water-soluble fertilizer in here, a bunch of seed totes, and everything here is full, thankfully. So he did get everything prepped for next year, so hopefully we should be sitting all right. The only thing he doesn't have is any lime or solid fertilizer, so looks like we'll be putting down a lot of liquid fertilizer. We got his old DMI Tiger Mate cultivator, and then the Lofness, I think this is a Lofness, old Lofness fertilizer spreader. Still running the old John Deere 1760 12-row planter. And then we got his John Deere drill. Kind of sat in the back of the building for a while now. He's kind of just done corn and beans, from what I know, for the last couple years. So planter's pretty wore out. Drills, it's wore, but not as bad. He bought himself a J&M 875 grain cart in the last few years. This tractor has been around forever. It's an old 4320 diesel. It had been restored with a brand new motor. And then I see he's kind of changed to a newer style John Deere brush hog. Another one's spent some time around here, International 1086, and his Best Way 1200 sprayer. So this is kind of all of his main equipment that he had. Then we got the fuel tanks in the fuel island. Of course, the tanks are all empty. Water tanks are empty, of course. Down here, we got the old John Deere 224 platform head. The I think this is a 643 corn head. This little 6-row. This is like a 20-foot, 24 maybe, foot grain head. Then we got the old John Deere 398 unload auger. We got the old versatile auger. And I don't know why he's got this sitting down here. He bought this Mandaco last year, L4560. I don't know why he's got it just sitting down here in the middle of the grass. But whatever. A few grain bins here. We got 3, 4, 5. We got 7 Brock 5-ring bins. And then over here in this shed, he picked up this forklift. Barely has used it. I don't know why he had it, in all honesty. He didn't go for the big one even, so you can't even reach the top shelves in here, and you gotta bring the skid steer, but whatever. This was kind of my main work truck back at the old place I was at. Ford F450 with the 6.7 power stroke. We got a fuel tank on it and the flatbed, another dually. And then these are the two main workhorses on this farm. They are so high in hours, but they still get the job done every year. A couple of John Deere 8520s. You can see we got more seed in here. We got another DEF shuttle there. And then a bunch of herbicide. And then our John Deere 9610. Again, so high up there in hours. This is over 100. I think one of these tractors is just shy of 200 hours. The other one is over 200 hours. Everything is so unmaintained. So it's going to cost us some money maintaining everything, getting it all back into a good working order. And we have to buy a pressure washer because he didn't have one. He just used the garden hose from time to time. That's why everything's such a mess. So we'll have to get a pressure washer, get everything cleaned. But, you know, it is what it is. When he bought the semi, he got this Soaring Eagle drive over to kind of help out with the semi and the pup trailer. And down to not much land. We got field 1 down here, field 11, and field 12, and that is it. He had been partner in a ranch. I don't remember exactly where it was. It was somewhere east of here. But, you know, we got nothing, really. Let's bring the HUD up. So yeah, like I said, we're just under $15,000. All these bins are empty except for these two. He's got a little bit of corn in this one and a little bit of beans in here. So thankfully we can at least get a little bit of money. So we can buy some water, buy some fuel. He's got everything financed. There's almost $2 million worth of equipment financed around here. We're making a $39,000 monthly payment, so we definitely need some money. Like I said, thankfully he does have a lot of the seed, a lot of the fertilizer, chemical. We are going to have to buy some lime. That's going to kind of kill us. But, you know, I don't really think that our fields are too terribly bad. I mean, if we look at our pH, it's a lot of green. Our nitrogen is shot. But, you know, it kind of is what it is. The backstory on how we ended up here, he was trying to still make it at 85 years old. Pretty much worked himself to the bone till he woke up one morning. He couldn't move anymore, couldn't function hardly. So he had to go to the nursing home. Dad is off in Texas working on oil rigs. Wants nothing to do with the old family farm. And I'm the only child, so I was the only one left to give it to. And, of course, not only did we get the farm, the wore-out equipment, but, you know, end all of the financing on all of that equipment. But we also have an $800,000 loan from the bank that we have to pay off. So it's going to be a struggle. We're gonna fight this till the very end. Uh, but you know, it might take us a couple years to get everything brought back to life, brought out of debt. But that's kind of the way it goes. Um, so it's a extremely mild December right now. No snow on the ground. It's 46 degrees at 6 o'clock at night in the middle of December. So, I mean, can't complain there too bad. Um, I see another thing that Grandpa didn't have sitting around was a rock picker, but I know he hired a lot of rock picking over the years, from what they were saying. So hopefully rocks shouldn't be too bad in the fields. Hopefully we can get by this season without seeing too many, and then maybe we can have a good year, have some money to play with, and buy a rock picker. The first thing we're gonna buy is definitely gonna be a pressure washer, without a doubt. We absolutely need that. So we'll have to see if we can find something cheap to buy, something used maybe. So yeah, that's just a little tour of our farm that we're gonna get to take over here. I'm gonna head in and maybe eat some dinner and watch some TV, head to bed. Then I think tomorrow we're gonna fire that semi up and we're gonna empty these bins, get some money in the bank, and go from there. So, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. Be sure to subscribe if you like what you see. And we'll catch y'all in the next video.